Hello. I just received this today. I think it's a new release in the UK. So I thought I would do a quick run through of it for on my channel. I have shuffled it and I have looked at it and done all my opening up business and cleansing business with the deck itself. So it's just going to be a out of order run through. Now, the book is very good, although I haven't looked at the book very much. I love that on the back. It's a small one, but it's packed with stuff. It's packed with herbs and herb information and animal and numerology. I'm not going to go into too much about the book because I've only glanced at it. I haven't actually read it, so I've got no opinion on it. So anyway, here we are with the deck. So hopefully this will work and it won't all slide off. Now remember, they are not in order because I've rummaged through them and done all my stuff with them. The numbers are up here. They're all numbered. They've got the main title and then they've got a little piece there. So the time of guilt and shame ends now. Forgive yourself and begin to love yourself just as you are. My pussycat, she wants to go as well. She doesn't like me doing things without her. So that's the first one. They're not in order. This one is number 40, as you can see. You are caught up in drama. Act to free yourself. Change and blossom again. Hey, Pinko. Hey, Pinko. What are you doing? I can't see. Oh, you can't sit there. You can't make your bed there. Mummy busy. Mummy busy. Follow the path of your soul. It's a beautiful deck. I've got no complaints whatsoever with this deck. It's absolutely beautiful. And now Pussycat is helping. This is all going to go to pot. So you are experiencing a spiritual blossoming. The love of your dragon reaches out to you. My dragon is Chaos Dragon. Well, I'm not going to go into what she does for me, but she's very helpful. The time for romance has come. See it as an opportunity for a radiant life. Follow your vision. You cast a spell with your existence. Magic flows brightly and radiantly within you. Awaken all your senses. A message is trying to reach you. Be vigilant. The spirit world wishes to find and touch you. To conform is to die inside. Be brave and be yourself. This is the picture on the box and on the cover of the book. Success and happiness are coming. Enjoy and celebrate your life. And, you know, it doesn't matter what the success is. It doesn't have to be that you become famous or you become, you know, mega popular and, you know, or any of that, a leader, a top heel. It doesn't matter about whatever you are. Okay, success and happiness are generally in the small things of life. And that's where we should be noticing our successes. And then we notice our happiness. Release your inner rebel. Be yourself and create your own universe. And you know, when they say you create your own world, at my age now, after at least 40 years of doing this kind of work, I can say it really is true. You do create your own world according to what you focus on. Okay, re-energize in the natural world. And, you know, like re-energize in the natural world, it's wonderful if you can get to the natural world. Not everybody has access to the natural world outside. You know, some people don't have transport and might live in a city. Well, yes, there's parks and things, but what happens if you're housebound and you can't get out of your house? Well, there could be plants, or basically you might have a view from your window. You might have a balcony that you can put plants on, but when you think about it and you really deeply think about nature, re-energize in the natural world, always remember that your own body, no matter where you are, is nature. It's organic. It's made from nature. It contains all of the elements of nature. So even if all you can see is 4 plain walls with nothing else, you've still got nature by looking at your own hand, by looking at your own reflection in a mirror or in water. You are still nature. And we forget that because we have all these things showing pictures. Get out into nature. Yes, it feels great, but remember that you are nature. Your body is organic. Everything that you need is inside, literally. A wonderful surprise is coming. Leave your usual circles behind and seek out true companions. That's often easier said than done because we do tend to stay for a long time. For instance, I've been in some very toxic relationships. Excuse me. I've suffered some very toxic relationships. And one of them, I seriously did not want to leave it. But I had no choice. And sometimes you have to do that because things that are not making you feel good and safe and happy about yourself and your own position in this world and in any relationship, or, you know, which includes friendships or, you know, family. And if you don't feel safe, you have to walk away, because you've got to look after yourself. Okay? And it broke my heart to leave this particular relationship. But it was very, very toxic, and it was damaging me very, very badly. So, in the end, I did. It's been a lot of hard work to recover. A lot of hard work and suffering to recover. Now, awaken the magic of your creativity. You work a lot with that once you walk away from a toxic relationship. You work a lot with your own magic and your own inner creativity. You have to, because you have to recover. The lotus within you awakes. It does. Okay, let's see if we change the subject. Your deepest desires constrain you. Okay, that kind of like, this is like continuing a story, isn't it? Because my deepest desire was for that relationship to be my life, for him to be my family. That was my deepest desire. Never worked out. It constrained me. It broke me. So, yeah. Release your creative energies. That's what we do when we start again. When we move on and we have to start again. Feel your power, the power of your blood and your ancestors. You are not alone. You never are alone. They never leave you. They never go. They move to, if they pass away from this world, if they die, they're not leaving you. They are energy, and they are still connected with you, and they can still hear you and see you. And it's you that can't see or hear them, because your frequency is lower than theirs is that at that point. So that's why you can't see them. You've got to raise your own frequency in order to be able to communicate with them. But they're always there. They're always around you. They never leave. They are energy. They can be in multiple places at multiple times. Their timeline is not as ours is. Have courage. Awaken the warrior of light within you now. That's something. I don't like the word warrior. I don't like the word warrior. And I was thinking about this before, and I thought, warrior is all very well, but it still contains war, and it still associates in my mind with fighting, with the fight. And I don't like that. I like that. Listen to the whispers of your soul. I don't like the word warrior, because it doesn't equate for me with holding the light. To me, it equates with all those heroic game adventures that we see on TV, as like the stance that she's sitting in, and is she about to thump away that block of whatever it is? I don't know. But it's like every Superman pose, you know, they're always fighting an enemy. So I don't equate with the word warrior at all. So, but others do. Plenty of people do. And that's probably the only card that I'm not at home with. You are unique. Yes, I definitely am. I don't agree with the word warrior. Listen to your to the external song of your soul. Tune into it and learn to trust it. I love that. I love that. Very much so. Lost in the ruins of the past. Oh, don't we get stuck there? Don't we just get stuck there an awful lot? The tree of wishes is calling your name. An almost forgotten wish will now come true. Live in this world as a dreamer and create a future paradise. Okay, now I know the dreamer is kind of, daydreaming is frowned upon in this world, but unless you dream, unless you have dreams, then you really don't consciously know where to be fit that's going to suit you at all. You have to have dreams of something better. The time is right. Seize the day and make progress on your soul path. Project what you love. It's your duty and responsibility. Not project, protect. But project is in a bit of a Freudian slip there. Protect what you love is your responsibility, and to project what you love goes with it, I would say. Because if we all were to project the love we feel for something, for the puppy, for the kitten, for the grandchild, for the firstborn, for every child, then if we all projected that love, that feeling of love outwards to everyone we came into contact with, how much would it change everything? Because more often than not, it's our own triggers that cause us our problems. Okay. Recognize despair as an opportunity. Within it, you'll find the gift of awakening. There's always a silver lining. It's hard work finding it, but it's always a silver lining. There's always some strength to come out of it. Enter the temple of your truth and learn to value it. For me, I find my temple of truth in my heart. It's never in my head. My head thoughts lead me into all sorts of trouble. But my heart, the temple of my heart, is always genuine. It's only my head that confuses and makes things into crap. Rise above the dark days of life. Do not fight them, but have faith that the light will always return. A difficult path is being revealed. Ask for help and learn that we are all connected, which we are, going back to the ancestors card. If there's nobody in the physical that will help, the ancestors definitely will help in one way or another. A light-filled angel is at your side. It watches over you at every dark doorway. Now that angel, you can visualize or make an image of this angel as being separate from yourself and just standing at your doorway, your gatekeeper, okay? Or you can imagine this angel as your highest self, or a version of your higher self, leading you through the dark door into the lighter door of a higher frequency, of a higher vibration. A partnership for the new age. It is time to welcome it. I'm not going into those ones any further because my partnership to me is my inner self, my divine feminine and my divine masculine joining together in spiritual union. For some people this happens, they meet their soul bond on this planet, they know it's their soul bond, but it doesn't always work out. So if that soul bond doesn't work out and no other soul bond turns up, then go with the spiritual soul bond, because if your soul bond isn't on this planet and never shows up, then, or shows up and it just isn't possible because life's been hard and bad to them and they can't heal from that past, then it won't work in this world. And without mega amounts of healing, but there's always the higher self in the other world, in the other higher frequency realms, and they come close. You're always connected to a higher version of yourself and your soul counterpart. Nature is calling you. It wants to touch, fulfill, and protect you with its healing powers. Not forgetting what we said before about nature, being out in nature. You are nature, your body is organic. So if you're housebound, for instance, if you can't get outside at all, for whatever reason, always remember that your body is organic. Your body is nature itself. Flames of desire, let them shine out in radiant light and shun dark paths. Shun, not really a word I would use, but the flames of desire light up your dark paths. If something is dark on the path you're on and it's hurting you, then as I said before, you walk away from that because you need to heal. You need to be at your strongest and your highest level you can be. And if something is bringing you down, yes, there could be lessons there to learn. But if it's bringing you down and it's bringing you to your knees and you're crying all the time and you're depressed and you don't know where you're up to with it, you have to walk away because you have to take control of your own healing. You have to walk away from anything that's toxic, that is hurting you. Now, it doesn't mean blaming the other person for being toxic, because when it's a toxic relationship, both are involved in that toxicity. So you can't just blame someone else. So you have to take responsibility for putting the light into your own path. Have the courage to be free. Know that freedom begins where desire ends. Desire can be a ball and chain, can be a weight around your neck. You might love someone immensely and honestly. You might desire to keep that person in your life forever. But that desire keeps you tied to that person. And if that person doesn't want you, or that place doesn't want you, or that job doesn't serve you, is making you unhappy, then freedom definitely begins where that desire ends. cross the bridge of happiness. It leads over the depths of your emotions. The emotions are always depicted by water. They're linked with the water. When the emotions are upset, tears flow. So when fear hits, you can have panic, which includes, well, do I need to go into this deeper? Because fluidity, not in the easiest sense of the word, but in the bathroom sense of the word, fear causes that reaction. So if you cross the bridge of happiness, you can master your emotions. You can go take yourself to a safer place, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Live playfully and with a light heart. Listen to the voice of your inner child. Ask yourself how much you want to play. If you're doing something, are you enjoying it? It's always about enjoyment. You know, like when kids play and they can become superheroes, they can become angels, they can become princesses and princes, they can become knights and anything they want to become. And they can play that role and believe it, and it makes them feel good. Okay? So live playfully. If you have a role, one of the things I used to do, I remember when I was a kid, I used to pretend I was Cinderella, and my fairy godmother was going to come and make everything all right. And that got me through a lot of things. So without going into details, that's what helped me. It helped me to deal with a situation or situations and do it playfully. Enjoy that imaginative situation, a better situation than the one that you might be in. Don't lie to yourself forever. You know, that can become an addiction, and you could end up lying to yourself forever about everything. There does come a time when the inner child starts to cry, and then you have to find a new game to play. You have to find a new toy. You have to find a new reason to be alive. Okay. Tear down the walls around your heart. Give and receive security and warmth. Harking back to the one with the puppy, love. How much do you love the puppy? Spread that love around to other people. Tear down the walls around your heart. If you've had a bad experience with your heart, you can build walls around it and you don't let people in. And that's to your own detriment, because that's where you lose out. And if you've been hurt badly, don't build walls up. Use it wisely. Receive security. Not walls, but boundaries. Know where the cut-off line is in any bad relationship. Know where the cut-off line is. And keep those boundaries strong. Those boundaries are what allow you to be able to give and receive security. Walls don't give you that. Walls do not give you that, ever. Walls give you repeating patterns of hurt and pain because you self-sabotage that situation that you want so much, but you've built so many walls due to past hurts that you can't have what you want. So you lose it because of the walls. It's like building a huge fortress that the walls cannot be broken down by anybody because you don't want them to be broken down. But if you build boundaries, people that look for the gate on those boundaries are like a garden gate, a garden fence. Somewhere along those boundaries there's a gateway. And when people understand the boundary or the garden fence, they will not climb over it and disregard it, but they will go to the gate, the garden gate, and see if the gate will open. And then if they come the proper way, then they can come into the garden. So it's boundaries, not walls. A new strategy is required. Find the path to love and happiness. Again, we're looking at a boundary. Now, I don't know where the card of the past went, but if you can rewind the video and find the card about being stuck in the past, it's all walls. That card is all solid walls. And it's all dark and lonely. Now this is a boundary. This one is looking like a boundary. It's just a garden wall, a garden fence. It's permeable. It's got an entryway. New strategy is required in order to find the path to love and happiness. It's not about building walls to keep everybody out. It's about people being able to find the gate to come into you. Okay, even when you've had your heart broken, you can build a fence with a gate. The gate may be locked for a certain time, but sooner or later you open that gate because you can see people at the fence. You've not built a wall where you can't see outside. You will see people standing by the fence or by the gate wanting to come in. Then you can open the gate if they come in the right way. And you can always chuck them out again. Always chuck them out again and close the gate behind them. Now, the final card. Is it time for a change? Do not wait or put off decisions any longer. It's time to go. That's the last card. So I'm going to upload this. It's longer than I expected because it's actually a fantastic deck. And as you can see, each card has brought up, well, most of the cards. I couldn't help but get involved with most of the cards because it's actually a downright brilliant deck. And I'm so glad I found it in the pre-orders section of Amazon. But it's out now. It's in the UK. No doubt it's already fully functioning in the USA, but the UK gets it later. So it's on Amazon. Comes with the book that I'm not going to go through, but it does have spreads, you know, and it does have each card talks about. So I'm not going to go too far in to this. There are some spreads, I did see them earlier. So, you know, it's not without spreads, but I don't know how many are in there. It might be one, it might be two, it could be more. And the lovely back of the book. And the lovely sturdy box that it comes in. Now, the one thing, I mean, apart from the word warrior and Sean, is the box hasn't, it's so stiff. It's hard, really hard to get the lid off. So I think I will be bagging these up, putting these in a bag and leaving the box in storage, because otherwise I won't use the deck because it's such a hassle. There is no finger points so that you can grab the bottom of the deck. How I got it out was I shook it like crazy so that the weight of the cards bammed on the bottom and knocked it out. But I don't want to treat my card like that, so I will be putting these in a little velvet bag and doing away with the box, putting the box in storage, simply for that reason. But the nice message is on the back of the book, not on the back of the box. So, all right, I shall love you and leave you and hope that you enjoyed this long review when it was meant to be a quickie. Okay, bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.